Hello all, my name is Sara, Dietschy rhymes with peachy, and I have a PSA. You're taking pictures wrong. Well, I mean, that might be a little bit too harsh. How about let's use real cameras again? And this PSA is brought to you by Samsung and their new SD cards. Yes, they make SD cards, and it's actually really smart because Samsung is the leader in memory tech. If you're building your own PC, what is the first NVMe that you're gonna go to? Well, you're gonna check out the Samsung Evo Plus NVMe. Samsung is the world's #1 flash memory brand for a reason, and they brought this tech to SD cards. So for you content creators out there, this video is all about capturing more memories, being intentional with memories, maybe dusting off that old DSLR and getting out there and capturing memories and not running out of memory while you're doing it. You can get this 256 gigabyte Evo Plus SD card for only $39.99. 100 megabyte per second transfer speeds, and well, 256 gigabytes of storage is around 6 hours of 4K UHD footage. Insane. Okay, I'll expand a little bit on these later in the video, but it just blows my mind the way tech has progressed. You can get insane speeds, and it's super affordable, accessible, easy to make memories, and that is what I want to talk to you about today. Because I have a bone to pick. I've been missing my family. I've been seeing fewer people, of course, this year. And I was just looking at all of these old pictures of me. And yes, you're gonna get some good young Sara Peach in the late 90s, early 2000s. You're welcome. Look at this outfit. My fashion has clearly gone downhill, but I'm inspired. I'm inspired not just by my fashion, but my bangs. And then of course, I was just throwing it back even more. And if you're familiar with, again, the videos I've been posting this year, I've been mentioning my grandpa a lot. And he's such an inspiration when it comes to capturing memories. I mean, he was born in 1933. And the best gift that he ever gave me as his grandchild are all of the memories that he captured of him and my grandma, pictures of my dad and my aunts and uncles. These are pictures from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and they look gorgeous. He was an avid film photographer and he took it seriously. I mean, my dad kind of hated it because it would take, 30 minutes back in the day to get these perfectly framed pictures, but I have just an immense amount of respect for him and the memories that, he captured for our family. And this is what I want to talk about. I was then fast forwarding a bit to current day in the past 3 or 4 years. And I was looking at the pictures that I was capturing and the ones that I want to show to my grandkids. I want, the future of the Dietschy Hill dynasty. And well, I would look at pictures that my grandpa and dad would have, and then even me from my own childhood when my mom was still shooting 35mm film. And then I would juxtapose it with some of the pictures that I've taken. And by this point, you're probably like, Sara, what is the point? What is the point that you're trying to make? Smartphone cameras have progressed so much, don't get me wrong. But that little sensor can only take you so far. In perfect conditions, they are gorgeous. I can't believe some of the pictures I can get from my phone. But when we're talking about these special family, friend, life moments that you want to remember, because life moves fast, it's hard to remember everything. Goodness gracious, y'all, pull that DSLR off of your shelf. Or even the dinky point and shoot that you've had for 5 years. It probably has a bigger sensor. It probably does better in low light than your smartphone. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know. And by golly, put in your Samsung Pro Plus SD card into your camera and get going. Start making memories. It's honestly insane, the amount of innovation, the amount of files and videos and photos that we can stick into this tiny SD card. Did you know in 2004, a 1 gigabyte, this is 128 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes, a 1 gigabyte SD card in 2004 retailed for $499. Now in 2004, my mom was still being a legend, taking, pictures like this on our 35mm film camera that later still, I cherish. I mean, it's gorgeous. You can get a 35mm film camera today for only like 50 bucks, 100 bucks, and capture just priceless memories. But it's insane how accessible 20 megapixel full frame cameras have become. Crazy tiny point and shoots that can shoot 4K. And I'm telling you, something you don't think about until after you're seeing the pictures. A bigger sensor, more megapixels actually goes a long way, especially when you're shooting babies, family members that are actually physically smaller and taking up less of the picture. A lot of the times you have to crop in more, and having more information helps. I know this sounds silly that I'm basically just vouching for you to use like a proper camera more, but that's literally my entire message. I am terrified that my generation's past 10 years of documentation has looked like this. But guess what? It could look like this. And your grandchildren's grandchildren will thank you. Again, I can't put into words how much of a gift it is to have all of these old pictures, and I think that was the impetus for me to take it more seriously. Okay, I'm hanging out with John. I'm not gonna be lazy, and I'm gonna bring a camera. And guess what? I'm gonna take a step further and take a tripod out with me and get some epic memories that we will just remember forever. Memory lane, hey, what's up? The Canon T3i. Anyone out there, that camera was just everything. I built my entire career that you see now on YouTube on that camera. That's what my dad had once they did the final transition from film to digital. It was a little bumpy, right? But that camera, I mean, I shot epic videos and photos that still to this day could hold up on YouTube. You can get that camera with the kit lens for only $160 on eBay. And the last point I'll touch on in my plea to use a normal camera over your phone sometimes is the curation process. Every year, I take around 10,000 pictures on my phone. There's probably maybe 300 solid pictures that I actually want to keep, but they're mixed in between screenshots and memes and the TikToks. But because it's so fast and there's just no consequences to just take all of the pictures, and once you take them, you're done. There is no curation process. There's very rarely a time where you sit down and you just go through your photo album, delete the ones that you don't like, delete the screenshots of food menus. But when you shoot with a camera and your memories are on this SD card, there's a process to it. Okay, take the Samsung Pro Plus SD card out of the camera, read speeds up to 100 megabytes per second, write speeds up to 90 megabytes per second. Very nice. Put it into your computer, transfer the files. Again, it's gonna be speedy if you get one of these lovely new Samsung SD cards. And you start going through the pictures. Oh, I like that one. I don't like that one. Maybe you edit a little bit, fix the exposure, maybe add the filter that you like. Don't go too crazy with the filters. You guys remember this trend? Yeah, 100 years from now, people would be like, what was your problem then? But there's this curation process that people lose when they take 1,000 pictures a day on their phone. You have to be intentional, picking the 10 best pictures from the day, put them in the software of your choosing. I curate a lot of my memories and pictures in Notion. I have my own photo diary there. I can send the link to my family if they want to see what I'm up to, keep up with things. You can keep your selects in Apple Photos, Lightroom, however you want to, but the most important part is like that process, you have to do it. So you're forced to do it. Because yeah, I think we have a major curation problem and a major just carelessly taking pictures problem. And I really want us to document our lives in a meaningful way, because man, if all they have are the silly, goofy dances that we're doing for TikTok, we're gonna be in trouble. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So my friends, let's make more memories and capture them consciously and make them without running out of space, because oh my gosh, 256 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes is now super accessible, and the Samsung Evo Plus and Pro Plus SD cards are waterproof, temperature proof, X-ray proof, magnet, shock, drop, and wear out proof. And again, like I mentioned before, the 256 gigabyte option for the Pro Plus is $49.99 and the Evo Plus $39.99. Now, the only difference is the Pro Plus has max sequential read speeds of up to 100 megabytes per second and write speeds of up to 90 megabytes per second. And the Evo Plus has different write speeds. So if you want to check these out, check out my link in the description below. Tech truly blows my mind nowadays, the level of performance you can get at the capacity that you can get and at these crazy low prices. And also you get a 10-year limited warranty, which is super important. Thank you so much, Samsung, for sponsoring this video, allowing me to just get this off of my chest, which I've actually become very passionate about. You know, I don't consider myself a professional photographer, but I've gotten much more serious and intentional about capturing memories over the past year, and it's been super meaningful for me, and maybe this will, yeah, make you just think a little bit about it. Let me know if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below for new videos every single week, and until next time, y'all, stay peachy. Okay, goodbye. Make sure to hang around this week because I got super behind with videos because of my foot injury, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to be posting a lot in a row over the next week or so to really tie in the end of the year. So exciting. Make sure to subscribe. It's going to be a lot of videos.